Hi, I'm Dr. John Main, and today we're going to go over a little bit of juicing and a little bit what's involved with that and why you might want to do that. Basically, with juicing, a lot of people that haven't done that before might think it might be like fruit juice or something like that is what you're usually accustomed to. But the primary reason for wanting to juice is actually to get a lot of the vegetables that you wouldn't normally get. Fruit juice isn't something that really people need to worry about too much because most people are going to have a lot of fruit in their diets already, so that's not going to be a real issue. The biggest primary thing you want to worry about having is more vegetables, things like kale. Hopefully people actually know what that is, that's kale. There's numerous kinds of kale, all of which work fine. That's probably my preference as far as going through a juicer, but many of them work really, really well. But if you look at your diet and figure out how much kale or leafy green vegetables do I actually have in a week, probably not going to be very many. And the goal would actually be, how do I just increase that amount? Most people, the only way they're going to have a leafy green vegetable would be through having a salad or something like that. And that's not usually for most people's first choice of things to have for dinner or lunch or something like that. Even though I still recommend having those things, juicing is a great way of having a large quantity of things and in a really easy to make format. So basically what we're going to do with the juice today is we're going to put together a kind of a mix of things that we actually do personally for Rosie, the boys, and I, and this is something we currently are having, numerous jars a day of. So the amount I'm going to make today actually makes one full mason jar, and with that, to me that would be consider like one serving of juice or one meal replacement, something like that. You could actually have juice be entirely juice fast, do that for a day, a couple of days, those kind of things, or you could simply have juice be part of your something else you're going to add into your diet as part of that as just a supplement. One of the things you want to look for with juicing and something that's a benefit of it is the fact that the juicer does all the work for you. You don't have to chew. Your body doesn't have to digest the food. So that actually alleviates a lot of energy expenditure from your body so that your body can simply take those nutrients in a very usable manner. All the not just the carbohydrates, protein, and fats. Not there's much fats in the vegetables we're going to be using. But it doesn't have to do the work for them. It can take that in, but it also takes all the vitamins, the minerals, all the phytonutrients, all the nutrients that people haven't even discovered yet that's still in those foods that we were given, and actually making the best use of those. Most people, when they actually digest food, about 60% of the energy you're going to get from the food is going to be used in the process of digesting. So that is a lot of you can say kind of wasted energy into a point. Juicing pretty much alleviates that so that you actually get a maximum return from the nutrition you're actually putting into your body. So basically what we're going to have today is we're using a Green Star juicer. That's kind of my personal preference. It's definitely not the easiest juicer to use. It's a little slower. The chute that actually the food goes into, which is right here, is fairly small. Things got to be cut up a little bit more to go into it. There's more cleanup at the end using a juicer like this. However, the quality of juice that comes out, being that it's a twin gear juicer, is far superior to most things that are on the market. There's really not much that can compete with it on that level. However, even for myself, being kind of a perfectionist and wanting the highest quality of whatever I can possibly get, especially when it comes to my food, I've grown a little bit when I got to do a lot of juice, just the fact that it is extra work. There is many other juicers on the market that do really good juice, and however are a ton less work. So that is actually probably a better bet for a lot of people. For example, my parents, we started juicing them last year, so they got their own juicer, and they got something called a Vert 350. That juicer itself is just a lot easier to use. The chute going into things is about this size, almost like a big funnel on the top. Things go in a lot easier. There's less cutting. The cleanup's a lot faster, and they actually they love it. So there's not a huge difference in the quality that comes out, but it's a whole lot easier as far as what you're going to actually be energy expenditure to do it. And if it's not easy, most people are not going to do it. So you really got to find something that's going to meet your needs. Also, if you decide to do juicing and those kind of things, you can just go down to local stores, Walmart, Target. I'm sure they're going to have juicers. Going online, you can look for reviews online to see what's going to work out really well for you. There's a lot of reviews. There's not one perfect juicer. There's great juicers for different things, but you really have to figure out what the best juicer is that's going to meet your needs, and that's really going to be the best juicer for you. So nobody can tell you exactly what that's going to be, but you just have to do your own research a little bit and figure that part out. So basically we just finished juicing, and what we basically went through was we have half a head of kale, which is about 7 pieces. There's 4 celery stalks, 2 green apples, and at least for mine, there's basically 9 pieces that I cut into. Half a cucumber, 1 lemon, about a 1-inch piece of ginger root. Ginger root is probably one of the only things that you need to go to a different store for than where you might typically shop. Co-op has them. I'm not sure who else would, but a few other different markets would probably have ginger root. And then there's about 3 handfuls of spinach, filling about one bowl. Of course, all the produce is organic. If you can buy it local and just spray-free organic, that works too. But since you're doing such a large amount of things and concentrating it down, you really don't want things that are commercially grown, pesticides, those kind of things, because really what you're going to get in the end is your juice, which makes about 1 full mason jar, is also going to have that in there. So being that it's all organic, it's washed. I also cut things up ahead of time, make things a little bit easy. The total juicing time took
5 minutes.
Took 5 minutes, basically 5 minutes to put everything through the juicer and to come out with that juice. This juicer is actually slower than most juicers are. So it's a twin gear juicer, so the juice that comes out has a little bit of foam to it. There's virtually no pulp whatsoever, but it takes a little longer to push things through there, and it takes a little bit more force kind of pushing down there to get that through there as well. The biggest reason you got to figure out why would you want to juice, and that's a lot of food. There's no way you could sit down at a meal and actually just eat and consume what we just put and made 1 jar of juice with. There's no way you would be able to eat that much, or you'd even probably want to, and your palate probably wouldn't enjoy it very much. However, when you put these ingredients together, the juice comes out, and it's actually very flavorful. It actually tastes really good. My wife, my kids, 3-year-old little twin boys, love the juice. We actually have to limit how much they have, being that their digestive system is still young. They can only handle so much, or it really passes through them quite quickly. So we have to limit how much they have, because they actually keep asking for it, which is, I guess, a good problem to have. No little white mustaches, but they get little green mustaches, which is awesome. Biggest thing about juice is the quality of the nutrition that your body is getting. Most people know that the most nutritious foods are the ones that are brightly colored. So everything here is really brightly colored. That's always going to be fruits and vegetables. We have a little bit of fruits to add some sweetness to it, but there's also some really good nutrition in the apples and in the lemons. But the primary reason that we're going to do a lot of this stuff is to get the kale, to get the spinach and those kind of things, even though it all has amazing ingredients. Cucumbers, for example, really high in sulfur, which is great for the body. All of the things really nourish the body, not just from an energy standpoint, but from a healing standpoint, from a regenerative standpoint. Your body is constantly making new cells. It's constantly reproducing itself, whether it's your red blood cells, whether it's your skin cells. Virtually every 6 months, more or less, your body is anew. And the only question is, what are you putting into it? Is it going to be new with inferior ingredients, processed foods, store-bought packaged things, things that are full of harmful ingredients? Is it going to be full of fast food, those kind of things? Or are you going to start adding some high-quality nutrition in there in a really easy way? And that's the great thing about this. So when you're adding foods like this into your body, you'll notice things can start to change. Your digestion actually improves. You can notice your vision improve, your acuity can improve, your color perception actually gets enhanced as you're putting these foods into your body. Your skin becomes softer. There's just your energy level is higher even on less food, because for one, you're not spending that energy digesting your food, but the quality of the nutrition that your body is getting is so much higher. People in America are not underfed, being that we're the fattest nation in the world by far. There's no question we have enough calories. The problem is they're empty calories. We are overfed, but we are undernourished. The best way I can possibly think of under the sun to change that is going to be to add, say hi, Ty, is going to be to add fresh juice into the mix. There is no better food for your body. There is no better food for myself or for my kids. And everything that I do is based on what is best for myself and my family. I will not cut corners. I will not take a shortcut. I will not compromise. And that's basically based on for these guys especially, and also for myself and for anybody watching, for our patients, that kind of stuff. You deserve nothing less than that. You deserve the absolute best that anybody has to offer without any exterior motive for why. The only reason why is because it's the best. It's going to do great for your body. You're going to feel better if you're doing it. Granted, if you're used to eating a traditional diet and those kind of things, and then you go to have something like this, it might not be to your palate. Want to drink, buddy? No? You gonna be all shy now? Is it good?
Good.
You have a drink? Is it good? It is good. Okay, so it's 3-year-old approved. I'm not sure of any other 3-year-olds who drink this kind of stuff, but it just proves to you that it's possible. We always get people that say that, oh well, my kids won't eat this, my kids won't eat that, and that kind of stuff. And well, it can be a challenge. You want more juice? That's my boy. Anything's possible, but you just have to introduce it and find it and do it in great ways. I hope this has been beneficial, and I hope you can actually give it a try. And if you have questions, definitely contact us and let us know. And the web is also a great place to research for things. You just kind of have to watch what information you're getting. But thank you.